It's not just an old house. This structure on Jackson Street in the capital city was the home of a city pioneer and a distinguished Confederate officer in the Civil War. This bed and breakfast is a former mansion with a tunnel leading to the bluff behind it. Folklore says it was part of the Underground Railroad in the years before the Civil War, but it was built in 1866, a year after the war ended. History buff Steve Viley's firm Communique owns the building, Cliff Manor, and Communique's offices are in the historic area along Capitol Avenue.
Capitol Avenue was the place to be in the late 1800s in particular. This is where the captains of industry had their homes. A lot of these homes, like the one that I work in, were built with inmate labor. So it's an interesting place.
Just down the street is what at one time was the warden's house for the old state penitentiary, updated as a law office and now up for auction. Most structures in the capital city, though, don't have such a distinguished history. Blackwell's Garage served the neighborhood for years as a grocery store, Kroger's, then Schulte's. This library annex was the A&P grocery for years. The city used to have lots of gas stations. This business at Dick's and West Main was known for years as Johnny Sinclair. This facility used to be an office for an ophthalmologist, but before that, it was a gas station. A time traveler from the past looking for the Taco Bell on Missouri Boulevard would find the sub shop there instead. The new Oscar's restaurant recently reopened after a devastating fire. The original Oscar's, though, was a steakhouse that's now the Not Insurance Building. The Missouri Baptist Convention used to be a hotel. The bar was eliminated. The Baptist had moved just around the corner from this building, now housing the Jefferson City Chamber of Commerce. And some buildings run full circle. The Furniture Factory Outlet Store was earlier an office for natural resources for the state, but before that, it was a furniture store. Probably thousands of people drive by this parking garage every day, but very few of them realize that at one time, it was Jefferson City's only movie theater. These days, the building houses vehicles instead of movie fans. They took out the screen, the back wall, and the seats, but the original slope of the Capitol Theater is intact. As history goes, much of this is pretty recent, but it's nice to have the information to hang on to as the years go by.
If you scratch below the surface, you'll find a heck of a lot more.
More history and what many structures used to be. In Jefferson City, Dick Preston, KRCG 13 News.